3-foot giant, Sean Stevenson. He's on my speed dial whenever like shit hits the fan in my life, and I just like have nowhere to turn to and don't know who to talk to. This is the first person I call. That's how much I trust and love him. But Sean, not everyone gets that privilege, and I'm sure you don't want everyone watching this show have your cell phone number.
Hey, if they pay me, I'll do it.
Right, which, yeah, if you want to connect with Sean, absolutely. But I heard someone once say that entrepreneurship is all about finding confidence and then protecting and maintaining and living in that confidence.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. With all the insecurities and all the other craziness that goes on in a typical entrepreneur's life. You've obviously helped me through a lot of that and helped thousands and thousands of others. If someone were to be like, Sean, how do I maintain confidence and overcome some of like the insecurities and the craziness that goes on in life, what do you tell them?
Sure. So an insecurity is just the feeling that you're not enough. You know, you're not tall enough, smart enough, wealthy enough, educated enough. And anytime we feel like we're not enough, we begin to go into a downward spiral. Because if you feel like you're not enough, oftentimes you put yourself in a position where, man, there's nothing I can do about it. Right? And so then you feel trapped in that insecurity. And the insecurity can choke the life out of our confidence. Yeah. And I can tell you that it's really easy to make money when you feel confident.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And it's really hard to make money when you don't
not.
feel confident. Yep. Insecurities are the result of not doing self-care.
Yeah.
So self-care is the cure to insecurity. And what that means is taking care of the mind, the body, the spirit. When you're taking great care of yourself, you begin to trust yourself. And if you are not taking care of yourself, you will not trust yourself. And when you're not trusting yourself, you're not taking the actions needed to succeed in life.
Right.
So we have to get very systematic about our self-care.
Even before we care for others.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Oxygen mask has to go on you
yes.
first.
Hey guys, Nick here. I'm at Genius Network, and what's really cool is that Muse is in town. Look, if you haven't done any meditation or anything like that, and you need help, Muse is the way to go with it. But you know what? I caught Anthony. He doesn't even know I'm coming. He's meditating. Hey, Anthony, how's it going? You feeling a good, relaxed state? Focused?
What?
You feel good, relaxed?
I was.
Okay. All right. Bumped into my good friend Brian Kurtz, direct response marketing legend.
Oh, stop.
Literally, no, but honestly, your work has been responsible for over $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in sales and transactions from work that you've been directly responsible with, which is phenomenal.
And most of it offline. So in old school direct mail, having not made the transition to online until I was old enough to do online.
Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know what that means, it's like when you actually had to be a good marketer to make marketing work. Like, I think you could be lazy on Facebook and make it work. You can't be lazy when...
That's right.
Anyways, that's a whole nother story.
Well, in fact, I have a new book, and the third chapter is How Paying Postage Made Me a Better Marketer. So it's the discipline, right? It's the discipline of, if you have to pay for paper and postage, don't you think you'd have to think about stuff a little bit more? Before just putting it out there. You couldn't be a lazy marketer. And here's just for context again, I asked Brian, hey Brian, can you share one tip or trick? And the reality is, he said no, because there are no tips and tricks. There's discipline, there's fundamentals, there's fundamentals that regardless of what you do, just work. So with that, Brian, you've been responsible for all of this. If there was that one thing you could tell the new and upcoming marketer who's looking to like improve their skill as a marketer, or a business owner who wants to make marketing a better thing than what they do, what might you tell that person? So the thing I would say is that it's a great time. It's the best time ever in the history of the world to be a marketer.
Yeah.
Because advertising opportunities are infinite.
Right.
But because advertising opportunities are infinite, the most dangerous number in your business is the number one. And that would be one employee, one product, one promotion, and especially one medium.
One channel.
So one channel. So I teach multi-channel marketing. When I want someone, like Nicholas has taught at my mastermind group.
Yeah.
Very high-end
Titan
marketers.
group, by the way.
Titan's
Check it
marketing,
out.
it's fantastic. But anyway, so if I want the Facebook guy, he's my guy because he is so good. He goes a mile deep in Facebook.
Right.
But then he's not going to say, hey, you should have all your stuff in Facebook. That's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
You want to diversify, just like you diversify your investments. You
Right.
diversify your media choices.
Right.
So that's a short version of multi-channel marketing in a minute or less.
Yeah,
But-
which is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I love that takeaway. It's just, and the old adage is don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Because you never know what's going to happen. But
how many people get slapped? I mean, you probably had clients getting slapped on Facebook all the time.
all the
right?
time. And it's not just the slaps. I think it's just this idea of understanding that different channels provide different customers, that provide different revenue, and by doing that, not only are you protecting yourself, but you're increasing your chance to reach more people and sell more
right.
things.
Exactly. And being everywhere isn't like being in every medium, and it's certainly not being in one, but it's being able to pick some things in different media, and then you feel like you're everywhere,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
without putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and on that note, anyway, so for someone who might be like, I like this Brian Cat, he seems pretty smart, where can they go to just get
They
a little
should
bit
just
more?
go to briankurtz.me, briankurtz.me, opt in. I don't do affiliates. I just blog every Sunday, and I share wisdom.
And let me just say this is completely side note. If you want to learn from the real marketers, don't learn from anybody who's started marketing in the last 7 years. Okay? Go to the guys who've been doing it for 40 plus years, the guys who know the painstaking effort of what it takes to actually create a transaction pre-Facebook, pre-social, postage stamp on an envelope,
Yeah.
out the mail. Those are the guys to learn
But
from.
let me add one other quick thing. When I want to go to somebody who has maybe a little, not the 40 years experience, I go to guys like him because he's gone a mile deep in something that I haven't had the time to, I don't have the bandwidth for, nor am I good at it.
Sure.
He's good at it. So also find your experts. Don't,
point.
right? I always say always buy your media a la carte. And what I mean by that, like, I wouldn't go to him for direct mail or TV,
Right.
but I'm going to him for what his expertise is. That's where you get the best
Love
of the
that.
best. And he is the best of the best in that area. That's why he's coming back to my mastermind.
Well, always. Well,
Right.
I appreciate you, Brian. I mean, I learned so much from this man, being inspired by this man.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with our audience. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate you too.
Well, like I've heard Dan Sullivan talk. Like I know exactly. Like, so why do I keep
Tucker
going?
Max doing this thing.
It's the relationships, it's the people.
But if they had 45 seconds with Hal Elrod, what might you tell someone that's going to get the greatest impact for them in their life?
Yeah, so my life work revolves around this thing called the Miracle Morning, and I truly believe that the most important thing to up-level, if you want to up-level any area of your personal or professional life, is your morning ritual. And the idea is that the way you start your day sets the context, the tone, the direction for how you live your day and ultimately the life you create.
Right.
If you hit the snooze button and you waste the morning surfing Facebook or whatever, right, you're creating a very kind of chaotic inner world
Right.
that's going to affect your
Right.
outer world in that way.
Right.
But if you start every day with purpose, discipline, focus on your goals, meditating, affirmation, so Miracle Morning, 6 things:
Right.
meditation, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and journaling.
Yeah.
Do all of them, do half of them, do 2 of them, whatever. But start your day in a
With
way
intention.
With intention that allows you to become the person through that personal development that you need to be to create everything you want for your life.
Yeah. Bumped into the legendary, the one and only Mr. Joe Sugarman, founder of the Blue Blocker, sold over 20 million pairs of these things, literally a marketing legend. And we've been talking about how learning from legends is better than learning from the newbies. So I pulled Joe aside, and Joe, if someone who doesn't know you, may never get the chance to ever meet you, has 45 seconds with you and said, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a marketer, what do I need to know about making this work? What would you tell that individual?
Well, first of all, I'm the biggest failure you'll ever meet. And the reason for it is because a lot of times you'll fail. Well, the philosophy is never give up.
Yes.
Because you'll hit, you might fail a few times, but then you'll hit it big. So testing is extremely important. You should always test. And the second philosophy I have is never give up.
Never
give up.
And I think that's so important because I think for most newer people these days, it's let's try something. Oh, it didn't work. I must be a failure. But you even said from the man himself, you're the biggest failure, but you've never given up, and that's why you found the successes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there you have it. From the legend himself, go out and apply. Literally test, and never give up. And when you do that, I think more than anything, you get the learnings to improve the next time through until you find your home
That's
run.
right, you do learn.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you very much, Joe, for your time.
Yeah,
I appreciate
very
you
well.
very much, and all that you do for our community. Thank you.
Yes, it's also touching point. You feel this part? No, what better already? Do you feel? Yeah. It was like notes here.
Well, man, bumped into my friend Dave Woodward from ClickFunnels. Look, if you're not using ClickFunnels, what the hell are you waiting for? But on that note, what we were talking about is obviously in our world, capturing leads is super important. I'm all about it. We have an event that teaches you how to capture leads and monetize right on the front end. But what we're starting to realize is that if you only rely on one channel, i.e. email, to get your communication to this lead, you could be leaving a lot on the table. So there's just like a lot of discussion, Dave, and maybe I'd love your insight on this, on like multi-channel communication, and then maybe what you guys are working on to kind of like solve this issue, so that if someone is in fact making all this effort to generate a lead, how do we maximize the profit and the ability to communicate to that person to get the results that we're looking for?
Oh, I love that. I can tell you for us, we went and basically analyzed probably about almost 300,000 different funnels, and what we found is for every dollar that comes in the front end, due to your follow-up sequences, you can actually make, for most of them, average about $17 on the back end.
That's crazy. So every dollar on the front end means 17 on the back end if you're doing things properly.
If you're doing things properly.
Yes.
I think, Nick, that's the part that I love the most when you were talking about as far as this whole idea as far as multiple platforms.
Yeah.
So we have a new product coming out called Actionetics MD. MD stands for multidimensional for that same reason.
Right.
And what we're finding right now is the ability to start now sending people not only emails, but Facebook messages,
Right.
text,
Right.
voice broadcast. We're doing a lot as far as desktop push notifications. And so you can really start capturing people wherever they are. You're the master as far as understanding attention. And what we're finding is this whole idea as far as the proverbial goldfish has about a 7-second attention span.
Right.
Us humans have 6 seconds.
Right.
And so you got to be able to capture them right away.
Right.
And that's been one of the main reasons we've seen this working so well.
I love that. And so obviously you want to be looking out for that. I mean, ClickFunnels in general, in my opinion, and what you guys are doing there, best in the world in terms of the service you provide, but also just the overall training and all that. I just bring that up because the event's coming up.
Yeah.
If someone hasn't attended, why might they want to consider attending?
So Funnel Hacking Live, we're actually in Nashville this year. It's February 20th through the 23rd. And for us, it's our users conference, but not just for our ClickFunnels users. We're
Right.
starting to see it going mainstream. We have a lot of people
Right.
coming in from all sorts of different industries, doctors, dentists, attorneys, network marketers, everywhere. Just because people are trying to understand how do you actually work inside of this idea as far as a sales funnel.
Right, right. I love that. And I don't think I've come up with this, but I am a strong proponent of saying one of the entrepreneur's greatest skills is the ability to turn paid advertising into predictable profit. And you need tools, training, softwares, all of this that we're talking about to do that. And I think the guys over at ClickFunnels and Funnel Hacker Live is that way to kind of like look into and explore that at its deeper level. Amazing people show up, amazing speakers, amazing users doing amazing things. It's a great place. So if they want to find that out, where can they go?
Funnelhackinglive.com.
Awesome. There you go. That's the details. Only one thing left to do, and that's to go and apply it. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, bud. Always good.
And I've been introducing you to a lot of killer entrepreneurs doing amazing things, but I want to introduce you to one more. My man Rome. Hey, so here's a deal. When you came here, how much cash did you have in your pocket?
$50.
$50? You had $50 even before you came here.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And do you have it in your pocket now? Let's see what we got now. Look at this. Look at that, out of the wall. And some coin, and we'll pick that up in just a sec. How much is that?
That's like $300.
Almost $300. So
Yeah.
let's just talk about how you did that. So you came to this event, $50 cash in hand, and you're an entrepreneur. You're a hustler. Like you were
Yeah.
literally going. Let's tell everybody what you did and how you did it.
So I had $50 and I came here with $50. So what I did was I brought some fidget spinners along with me, but I
Some
got
fidget spinners. Yeah, okay.
I got stuff for free here, so I just started selling it for them for like $5, $10, $15 in that range. And then I just got it randomly. I don't know how, but then I made 20s, 10s, €1.
And €1. But
Yeah.
did you hear? So did you see what he just did there? True entrepreneur. He was literally walking around. He got free or like low cost items as you were going throughout the group.
Yeah.
And then you turned around and you found other people who are willing to buy those at higher prices.
Yeah.
You came here with $50. You made $300. I think out of every entrepreneur that was here, you made the most money in the least amount of time.
Wow, yeah, that was like 3 hours too.
Yeah. So and where'd you learn this garage sale method? What happened?
From Gary V.
Gary V. Shout out to you, Gary, for
Yeah.
teaching the garage sale method, how to find things at cheaper and low prices, turning around them. Rome's doing it right here in Arizona, Genius Network annual event.
Oh, yeah.
What is your advice to other entrepreneurs today?
I want you to start doing that. Maybe you live in a neighborhood or in the city
Yeah.
or somewhere that there's not much houses. Go somewhere, go to like an event, go to somewhere and get some stuff. And then you sell it, turn around, and you get all your money back that you had.
And more.
Yeah, and more that you spent. So say you spend $50, you could get like $2 million back.
Yeah, you really could. You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Take the advice, use it, apply it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that advice
Welcome.
for our people.
You're welcome.